everyone, it's Shannon Grant, your Superstar Director with Team Heavenessence, and this is going to be video 2 on where and how to find more customers. Yesterday we talked about your frank list, your friends, your relatives, associates, neighbors, and kids' acquaintances. And by now you should have already written down your list and gone through it like I asked you to. That is a great exercise that you can determine what their need is. You can go through it like I told you, to go through your list of 100 and to figure out what each person's category was and what their need is. A lot of people will tell me that when they get through their friends and their relatives that they just don't know what else to do. Well, your frank list is basically your warm market. These are people that you know. These are people that you see all the time, or they know you and you feel pretty comfortable talking to them. Then your cold market is going to be strangers that you don't know. And believe it or not, that is where I am the most comfortable than talking to my frank list. Something very important about your frank list is the fact that they're going to help you with your referrals. And that is where you're going to put a lot of your energy in making sure they know exactly what you do. You don't want to beg them to buy. You don't want to exhaust them with all of these sales pitches. You just want their help to help you refer your business. Because there are some people on the team that say, well, my friends and family are absolutely sick of hearing about what I sell. Well, you're not doing it right. You're trying to get them to buy from you. You need to get them to help you, support your business, and give you referrals, and then award them by doing that. That's what I use my frank list for a lot of times, because they're going to help me get into my cold market outside of my comfort zone. You don't want to overwhelm your warm market. That's a great way to get discouraged and want to quit. And believe me, I've been there many, many times. So whenever you go through your frank list, the next thing that you're going to do is you're going to figure out their need. And through your frank list, you may have like 100 or 200 people. You need to figure out where your marketing audience is going to be. This is where your gifting and your giving and things like that are going to come into play. Whenever I look for someone to become a team member and someone that I would like to bring onto our team, I look for someone sort of like me, even like me in the beginning, because I had a hunger. I just didn't know exactly what my hunger was for. And once I found this is exactly what, satisfied that hunger. And I'm looking for hardworking people who really want to have fun doing something and sharing something they love. They have a passion for the product. So I have to go to where the market is. So I'm going to give you a great example of something that happened to me. Something that you'll learn whenever you read a lot of different motivational books is something called look, listen, and learn. You're going to look around all the time because your target audience could be right in front of you and you just don't know it. You need to listen, and you listen by watching people, watching what they do, watching their actions, and actually hearing what they say. And then you learn, you absorb it, you take it in. If you get their information, you follow up on them, and then you can proceed to be able to contact them however it is that you met them. Now here's a great example. The other day I was at the grocery store, and I'm on this health kick right now to where I'm trying to become healthier and eat things that are really good because I just started working out. And so if you looked in my grocery cart, you would see lots of fruits and vegetables, a lot of whole foods, not many boxed items, and nothing with, as my daughter says, trans fats. So you would look in my cart and say, you know what, she's either very healthy or she's either starting something that if anyone in there that was a trainer probably could come up to me and give me some kind of pitch on, getting fit and using them to train. So you can tell a lot of times by what people buy about their lifestyles. Well, I was in line, and there was this lady behind me, and she had 3 or 4 kids. I think it was 4 because it was a baby. And she had all this laundry detergent. And she had the Drift for the baby, and then she had the All Free, and then she had something else. And, I was like, wow, it's a lot of laundry detergent. And she's like, yeah. And she's like, I got a lot of kids. And I said, yeah, well, I have 4 kids too. And I was like, do you like to do laundry? And she was like, no, not really. I'm like, well, look, I don't like to do laundry either, but we have a product. Have you ever heard of Scentsy? And she had not heard of Scentsy. I was like, we have a product that's called Layers Washer Whiffs. And it's neat because I have 4 different kids and all 4 of them have different scents that they like. So what I do is I'll just wash it in like a fragrance-free detergent and then I'll let them choose their scent. And it becomes fun because they like to help me. And I gave her a sample that I had on me in my card in my catalog. And she called me that night and ordered the Layers Laundry Love. And it's just because I looked in her basket and I saw what her need was. She obviously had a lot of laundry, detergents and things like that in her grocery. And she had a lot of kids like I do. And so I figured, you know, she's a mom, I'm a mom. Why not make this fun for her? And so therefore, you know, I'm going to meet her about actually joining too. So that is something that you can do where things will speak to you without speaking to you, if you know what I'm saying. Then one day I was at Starbucks and this guy was there and he was behind me and he was talking to his buddy about this date that he was going to have that night and that he was making sure everything was right, and he was asking about cooking some kind of entree for her. And I turned around real quickly and just said, don't forget to make your house smell good. And he was like, oh yeah. He's like, you know, I need to go get some candles. And I was like, no, don't get any candles. And I pulled out the catalog and showed him and told him what he needed to do. And he was just thrilled. And he actually got a plug-in and a scent from me to borrow for that night to make it smell really good. And then he called me the next day and he purchased it. So you just never ever know whenever you have your target audience right around you. You never know whenever you have your next rock star teammate right in front of you. Like I said yesterday, someone at the park, or when you go to restaurants, or where you get to a place where you see you. Okay, so now what do you look for whenever you are looking for someone to be on your team? Like I told you, I look for someone that's sort of like me, someone who's a hard worker. I want my free time. I want flexibility. My first thing is going to be my kids. So I want to be able to stay home with my kids and do something that I love. So where would I go to look for these kind of people? Well, I would probably go to the park. I would definitely be going out during the day because moms are going to be at Barnes & Noble. They're going to be at play dates. They're going to be at the park. They're going to be at the museums. They're going to be places with their children. They're going to be at the pool this summer. So I'm going to go where my marketing audience is if I am looking for someone like me who might want to break from the kids and find something for themselves. Now, if I was single and just, you know, doing Scentsy and didn't have a loved one in my life, then maybe I would go and hang out, like at the church whenever they have like their, the single meetings. Or I would go to, gosh, y'all, I am not single and I don't even know where to hang out anymore. Isn't that sad? I would go to, I wouldn't say a bar. I don't know where anyone goes. The gym. I go to the gym, and I would go to church, and I would go to beach. But you kind of get my drift. Figure out what it is in your lifestyle, what works for you, and then go to those places and market and target the kind of people you want on your team. When you do events and people come up to you, write down what they buy. Write down everything you can remember about them so that whenever you call them later, you have common ground to talk to them. But you're kind of being a matchmaker. You're kind of seeing, okay, well, this is in their life. This is in their grocery cart. What kind of products do I sell that would fit into their life? For the guy that needed to do something for the girl that was coming over for the date that night, he needed it to smell good. So therefore, I was able to help that. The lady who had all the children and had all that laundry detergent in her basket, I was able to help her. Now, each one of her children have a scent that they can choose whenever their mom's doing laundry. So be a matchmaker. Look at your products and see where it would fit into different people's lives. That is my tip and my advice today for you. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow with our next where to find and how to find more customers. As always, success and happiness lies within you. I hope you have a great day, and I hope this helped. Thank you. Bye. Today we discussed look, listen, and learn. Go find your target audience and hang out where they are. See you tomorrow.